What's up, everybody? How's it going? I am the Relaxing Gamer. Welcome back. Not actually, it's not welcome back. Welcome to my first ever review. This is the Final Fantasy 16 review. Some background before we get started. This is my first review, so sorry if I mess up a lot or whatever. Go easy on me. The other hand, I will be reading on my other screen a lot. This is where I've written out the entirety of what I'm gonna talk about. So if I'm excuse me for that. All right, so let's get started. I just want to apologize one more time. I know this review is about 958 years too late, but yeah, here we are. Let's get started. All right, so the campaign. So I'm beginning with the campaign. A brief synopsis of the campaign. You play as Clive Rosfield, the firstborn. Oh my god. Firstborn of the King of Rosaria. Clive is the shield protector of his younger brother Joshua, the dominant of the Phoenix. There you go, that is it. That is a small portion of the game. The story, as you progress, does keep unraveling into something much more complex. I guess I'm using quotation and bigger, no quotations. So what I've looked up in my for me personally as well, the campaign could take up to 50 hours, but for completionists it could take up to 65 to 75 hours. I completed the game with mine, as I wrote here, mine being 65 hours after my first playthrough. That's out of the way. So gameplay now. The game is a fast-paced RPG, quotes. The gameplay, it is a fast RPG, the game is a fast-paced RPG, quote again. I don't really consider this an RPG. I consider this an action adventure game with some RPG elements, I guess. With influences from games like DMC. For those who don't know, that's Devil May Cry. You have different swords that you can craft and magic. On top of that, you have different icon abilities that you can use at your leisure when in combat. So there's the synopsis of the gameplay, and I'm gonna go over my complaints now with this system. First one. The game can become a little slowed down because after using an icon ability, you have a cooldown and you have to wait through that until it recharges, and all you have while it's recharging, or after you use all your icon abilities, all you have is your regular attacks, and they are just basic. So what I mean by that is I was expecting more combos. This is what I wrote before, but I can say it now that I have seen some gameplay where people are doing a bunch of crazy combos. For me personally, I wasn't able to do that. I'm not that good. But overall, I guess I was expecting more oomph, I guess. And because with the regular attacks, it's just you get 3 sword swings and then you can end it with a magic blast from magic. So I definitely wish there could have been something more with just the basic attacks instead of just 3 swings and then a magic blast onwards. The other complaint, which is a side quest, don't know why I put this in gameplay, this is more of a story complaint, whatever. Again, first reviews, sorry. They do a good job with the side quests in the game. I did find them entertaining. I found them entertaining at first. Overall, so my first complaint with this is, and I would say the game in general, I know this is a thing with JRPGs, but there are a lot, and I mean a lot of cutscenes in this game. And my second complaint was most of the side quests are fun, but they do get very repetitive very quick. It's a bunch of go here, kill these enemies, come back, complete the quest, rinse and repeat. I think there's like some delivery missions as well, or going out and having to collect something then bring it back. But overall, again, it gets very repetitive. But yeah, and that is actually my third complaint, which was the cutscenes. Again, I understand JRPGs are very cutscene heavy, but this game is heavy, and I do mean heavy on the cutscenes in this game. Again, reiterating, when it came to the story mode cutscenes, they were good. They were gorgeous, looked good, they caught my attention. The side quest cutscenes lost me very quickly. Not that there was much really going on, but whatever. I will say though, there are 3, 4, maybe 2. It's either 2 or 3 or 3 or 4 side quests that are actually more important and with those ones, they actually did keep me entertained. I was actually able to watch through the cutscenes and not pretty much fall asleep to them. So on that, yeah, I'm gonna go over the story really quick. So because I don't have anything written for the story is good. I have no complaints. I'm trying to, I don't want to spoil anything, but the big battles that happen throughout the game, each one they do get progressively bigger and bigger and bigger, and I honestly was very impressed with how big they were getting. I thought that after each battle that the next one would be able to top it, and I was completely wrong. And it was, honestly, it was just, I got no big words. The only big word I can use is it was just awesome. I generally, they were a blast to play through. So yeah, I can't really think of anything bad about the story, at least in my opinion. This is my review, my opinion. You viewers might not agree, might disagree. That's fine, you know. Yeah, I generally think that'd be it for this story. I can't really think of much. The characters are good. The main characters you do care for. You do, you know, if you do like the story, you do like the game, you will get invested with the characters and the side characters, or at least the major side characters. You do feel for them. You do start to care for them, and they are well written. So yeah, moving on. Graphics, to keep it short, this is one of the, in my opinion, this is one of the best games on the PlayStation 5 right now. For me personally, I still think Demon's Souls is the best looking game on this system from what I've seen, and also in my opinion. But this game it's very, very good. It's very polished when it comes to the graphics. Like I've said, in my opinion, this is one of the best looking games on the PlayStation 5. My complaint, and this is graphics, but in game, there are two, for people that haven't played or don't know, there are two graphics options. Graphics frame rate option. One is 30 frames, the other is 60. This game with the frame rate, the game states that it's at a 60, while the graphics it's at 30 frames, but it looks better. I played like 30 minutes with graphics, and I switched over to frame rate mode to get that solid 60. But this game doesn't really have a solid 60 frames. I wasn't able to. I don't think there's a way to see what frames you're getting, but if I had to guess, I'm getting around like 50. There's no way I'm getting 60 frames. In some areas, yeah, sure, but it does dip in and out. And I would even say the same with the graphics option, which is at 30. So yeah, I believe there was an update that they fixed, but for my play time, it was about the same. So I don't know if this is something they can actually fix permanently, or it's just we just have to deal with it. But yeah, so there's that. Again, it's one of the best looking games on the PlayStation 5 in my opinion. It's, as I've said, as I wrote down here, it's honestly, there are some areas in this game that is just, it's eye candy. It truly is one of the best looking games, again, for like the 5,400 time, in my opinion, best looking games on the PlayStation 5. So the next, I do have Sound Music. It's Final Fantasy. It's good. Got no complaints. Not an audiophile by any means, so yeah. There you go. So yeah, now I'm actually wondering if I will actually have I might have some gameplay. So now we're at the final for these. So before I go into anything else with these reviews, I want to keep them at like 10-15 minutes. I don't want to pull an Angry Joe, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I love the guy. I've been subscribed for him for freaking years, but I don't plan on doing it like hour-long reviews and going over every little thing in the game. Again, this is my first review. I understand that's not the best, but I do plan on getting a lot better and maybe going into more detail, but not too much. I want to keep this at, like I said, 10-15 minutes. Also, for whatever reason, this whole review is coming from somebody that hasn't played Final Fantasy games a whole lot. I've only played 14, 15, and now 16, even though I might dip into the remake of 7. So without that being said, total score. So with these reviews, I'm want to do a score of 1 to 10. This is going to be interesting for me. I'm just, excuse me, reading this. So right now, I've currently scored this, and I will say I still score this at a solid 8 out of 10 for me personally. I think this is well worth the $70 price tag. I do believe you do get it's worth the $70. You do get your money's worth. If you're a fan of Final Fantasy, you will honestly love this game. I know that right now, currently as this recording, there is plans on a PC version. So if you're holding off because you don't have a PS5 or you don't want to, for whatever reason, buy it on the PS5, there is a PC version coming out soon. I'm assuming Steam, but it might go on Epic Games. Who knows? But yeah, so currently for me personally, it's an 8 out of 10. I think with more updates to get this game more optimized, if they can, and also if they can also optimize the graphics settings so that when I play on I was about to say fidelity, on frame rate setting, I can get a solid 60 frames throughout the whole game, and also with the graphics option, it'll stay at a solid 30. Or maybe they could do like what they did with Insomniac did with Spider-Man and make a wait, there's no ray tracing in this. Never mind, scratch that. Or is it ray tracing? Scratch that. So yeah. 8 out of 10 with update. If they can continue updating this game, optimizing it, making it better, and also adding in the last update they did. I did a video. They added outfits, so hopefully there's more of that. I believe there's supposed to be a collaboration with Final Fantasy 14. So yeah, I'm looking forward to all of that. Again, updates and maybe even DLC. If it's done right, I would bump this game up to a 9 out of 10. Honestly, I had a blast playing this game. Yeah, so with all that being said, 8 out of 10. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this first review. Sorry that everything was all out jangled. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, so actually, I am writing down a review for Starfield because I actually had a lot more fun writing for all this and actually doing this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys look forward to the next review. Yeah, and if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. And yeah, I'll see you guys later, and have a good one. See ya.